The Sikorsky MH-60R Seahawk is widely regarded as one of the most versatile and technologically sophisticated naval helicopters in the modern era, representing the culmination of decades of development in maritime rotorcraft design and naval aviation strategy, and its story cannot be understood without first looking at the lineage from which it evolved, because the Seahawk family itself grew out of the Black Hawk series that began with the UH-60, a utility helicopter that became famous for its ruggedness and adaptability, and when the U.S. Navy sought a dedicated maritime platform capable of fulfilling anti-submarine warfare, anti-surface warfare, and a host of secondary missions such as search and rescue, logistics support, and surveillance, Sikorsky delivered the SH-60B and SH-60F models, which were effective but somewhat specialized, meaning one was optimized for surface attack and the other for submarine hunting, and by the late 1990s the Navy desired a single airframe that could integrate the best attributes of both while incorporating advanced avionics, sensors, weapons, and survivability enhancements, and thus the MH-60R, Romeo, Seahawk was born, entering service in the early 2000s and quickly becoming the backbone of naval rotary-wing aviation. At its core, the MH-60R is designed to be a multi-mission workhorse that can seamlessly transition between roles depending on the threat environment, and what makes it truly remarkable is the way in which it integrates cutting-edge technology into a highly proven airframe, because the Seahawk shares much of its mechanical DNA with the UH-60, including its twin General Electric T700GE401C turboshaft engines that give it the power to operate from small ship decks in challenging sea states, but it differs in its specialized naval adaptations such as corrosion-resistant materials, folding rotor blades and tail boom for compact storage aboard surface combatants, and a suite of mission systems tailored to maritime warfare, so that it can carry advanced dipping sonar like the AN/AQS-22 airborne low-frequency sonar, launch and monitor sonobuoys to track quiet submarines at great depths, and fuse acoustic data with information from its surface search radar, the AN/APS-153, which is capable of detecting small contacts in cluttered sea environments, even periscopes poking through waves, and when combined with its electronic support measures, electro-optical and infrared sensors, and secure data links, the helicopter becomes not just a platform but a node in the larger network-centric warfare concept that defines modern naval combat. The ability to switch from hunting a submarine to attacking a fast-moving surface craft highlights the adaptability of the MH-60R, since it can carry Mk-54 lightweight torpedoes in its internal weapons bay for ASW missions and, when the mission calls for surface attack, it can mount AGM-114 Hellfire missiles or even unguided rockets on its external pylons, giving it the firepower to disable or destroy small boats, fast attack craft, and larger surface threats, while its crew of 3 or 4, usually a pilot, co-pilot, and 1 or 2 sensor operators, manage the complex suite of systems from a glass cockpit equipped with multi-function displays, mission management computers, and integrated tactical decision aids, ensuring that despite the massive flow of data from radar, sonar, electronic sensors, and weapons, the information is presented in a manageable way that allows crews to react quickly and accurately under stress. Beyond combat, the Seahawk is also invaluable for its secondary missions, which range from search and rescue with its rescue hoist and cabin space for survivors, to vertical replenishment and logistics transport, where it can carry supplies, spare parts, and personnel between ships at sea, to medical evacuation, where its speed and stability make it a life-saving platform, and these roles are made possible by its inherent reliability and safety features, such as crashworthy seats, redundant systems, and self-sealing fuel tanks that reduce vulnerability in hostile environments. Over the years, the MH-60R has been deployed across the globe, serving in the Persian Gulf, the Pacific, the Mediterranean, and beyond, wherever U.S. carrier strike groups and surface combatants sail, and its presence dramatically expands the reach and situational awareness of a naval task force, because while a ship's radar horizon is limited by curvature of the Earth, a helicopter like the Seahawk can extend surveillance hundreds of miles, acting as the eyes and ears of the fleet, able to detect and track enemy submarines before they close within weapon range, and able to monitor shipping lanes for hostile or suspicious surface activity, which in today's era of gray zone operations and contested sea lanes is more critical than ever. The Seahawk's importance is reflected not only in U.S. Navy service but also in the number of allied navies that have adopted the MH-60R, including Australia, India, Denmark, Saudi Arabia, Greece, and South Korea, all of whom recognize the helicopter as a force multiplier that enhances their ability to defend territorial waters, secure sea lines of communication, and integrate with allied forces in coalition operations, and each of these nations has deployed their Romeos in unique contexts, from Australia's operations in the Indo-Pacific to India's need to monitor vast areas of the Indian Ocean against submarine incursions, showing how the helicopter has become a global standard in maritime aviation. From a technical standpoint, the MH-60R is impressive not only because of its weapons and sensors but because of how those systems are integrated to provide a complete situational awareness picture. For example, when prosecuting a submarine contact, the helicopter can drop a pattern of sonobuoys, process the acoustic signals on board, use its dipping sonar to localize the target, and then cue a torpedo drop, while simultaneously sharing its data via Link 16 or other secure data links with the parent ship or fleet command, allowing for a coordinated strike and eliminating duplication of effort. And in surface warfare, it can approach a target with radar in maritime surveillance mode, use its forward-looking infrared turret to confirm identity, and then either launch a Hellfire missile or pass targeting information back to the ship for a missile or gun engagement, essentially acting as an extension of the ship's own combat system. In terms of physical characteristics, the MH-60R measures nearly 20 meters in length with a rotor diameter of over 16 meters, and with a maximum takeoff weight of 10,660 kilograms. It is robust yet agile enough to operate from frigates, destroyers, and aircraft carriers, capable of speeds around 270 kilometers per hour and ranges of over 800 kilometers, though when supported by in-flight refueling or shipboard logistics, its endurance is effectively unlimited for operational purposes, and the folding rotors and tail allow storage in compact hangars aboard ships where space is always at a premium. Its survivability has also been carefully engineered, with redundant hydraulic and electrical systems, crashworthy landing gear, and advanced defensive countermeasures such as missile warning receivers and infrared countermeasure systems that help it survive in contested environments, ensuring that it can continue to operate even in regions where anti-air threats are present. The story of the MH-60R is also about evolution, because it is not a static design, but one that has continued to receive upgrades as threats and technology change, with ongoing programs to enhance its radar, improve acoustic processing with digital sonobuoy systems, integrate new weapons, and improve communications and cybersecurity, so that it remains relevant into the 2030s and beyond, a testament to the foresight of its designers and the adaptability of the Seahawk platform. Critics might point out that helicopters in general are vulnerable in modern high-threat environments where long-range surface-to-air missiles and advanced fighter aircraft dominate, but the counter to this is that the MH-60R is designed primarily for use in the maritime domain where its parent ships provide layered defense, and where the unique ability of a helicopter to hover, dip sonar, land on small decks, and interact directly with ships cannot be replicated by drones or fixed-wing aircraft. Though in the future unmanned aerial vehicles may complement the Romeo, they are unlikely to fully replace it because the human element in complex ASW prosecutions remains invaluable. From a strategic perspective, the Seahawk enables power projection, deterrence, and maritime security in a way that few platforms can, because by equipping every destroyer and frigate with a helicopter that can see far, strike independently, and share information, a navy multiplies the reach of its combat systems, allowing it to control larger swaths of ocean with fewer ships, and this is especially important in an era when navies face challenges from resurgent great powers, piracy, terrorism, and smuggling, all of which occur in the maritime domain. The MH-60R's value is not just in warfare but also in humanitarian operations, where its ability to deliver supplies, evacuate casualties, and search vast areas of ocean for survivors of shipwrecks or disasters has saved countless lives, showing the dual-use nature of such a platform. In summary, the Sikorsky MH-60R Seahawk is more than just a helicopter. It is a symbol of modern naval aviation's complexity, adaptability, and global reach, combining the ruggedness of the Black Hawk family with state-of-the-art maritime mission systems, serving as the U.S. Navy's primary anti-submarine and anti-surface warfare helicopter, and proving its worth in combat, in patrol, in rescue, and in coalition operations, adopted by allied navies worldwide, continuously upgraded to meet emerging threats, and standing as one of the most important tools for ensuring freedom of the seas in the 21st century and beyond, and the fact that it continues to be ordered, modernized, and deployed decades after its introduction is proof of its enduring relevance, making it not only a helicopter but a cornerstone of naval strategy.